At this point, I don't even want to see nothing else. Like, all right, we done prepped everybody. Everybody knows about Duffy's birthday. Everybody's coming. Everybody is invited. Let's just get to it. Let's just see what happens because, all right, we know on Basketball Wives, trips are always go down in history as fails. Like, when has there been a trip that has not gone down as a fail? And with all the drama that's going on, all the mess that's going on, even in the preview, like, of what's in the season to come, I don't know if there's more than one trip. I don't know if all this is what's going to happen on the trip, but I'm like, forget everything else. Let's just go ahead and get on into this trip. Like, let's skip all the preliminaries. But y'all, I am your girl Ash, and welcome if you are new, catching one of my recaps for the first time. But to all my good old oldies but goodies that's been rocking with me since I started doing this good old thing, y'all already know what to do. Y'all already know I appreciate you, but not to waste any time. We are on episode 7 of Basketball Wives, and it's very sad to hear about Brandy Maxwell and her her health issues, her you know um having scares as far as having possibly having cancer again, to then finding out that everything did come out as normal. It was just a scare, something that I just can continually, because she's had ovarian cancer before. Basically, she can end up having like these scares again, where basically her levels are looking abnormal, and then they have to do these tests and just do other things. And so um well, everything did come back, looking normal, whatever, whatever. They had basically come to the conclusion that really kind of like the best way to, or that could basically alleviate these scares or whatever or whatnot, is to do a, full on hysterectomy. And um, I definitely don't want to speak on, because I am blessed to say that I have 3 kids, and don't haven't had complications having my kids, haven't had complications mid labor, getting them, being conceiving them, anything like that. So I have no idea what that feels like, but how I can uh, empathize in a way and put myself in her shoes, and can only imagine what that would feel like. Like, she is blessed to, have, one child, but then knowing that, of course, knowing when you do want to expand your family and you want to give, your child, more siblings and stuff like that, and then you're finding out that there's a roadblock and you might not be able to do that, is I'm pretty sure is I'm pretty sure is heart wrenching, heartbreaking. I absolutely couldn't imagine. She talks about it, how, you know, a lot of women talk about that and describe that, how they, getting rid of like that is kind of is basic on that level of your ovaries and your, uterus and all that, is what, really makes you, a woman. That kind of did, like, it does, like, it puts you against men. Like, at the end of the day, men can't have kids, men can't have babies, women can have babies. And then when you no longer have that, it's kind of like, where's my womanhood, where's what makes me, a woman? Obviously there are other things that can make you, a woman, but that pivotal thing that you're born with, that specifically is going to point you out as being a girl, or like it's, and her husband is, very supportive, and just obviously, obviously, like, she doesn't want to, she's still feeling like, there's a chance that, we can still have kids. And I don't know if this is necessarily something that, I want to do, that she, she's immediately like, you know so quick to go ahead and do and have that surgery. And it sounds like even like not only did she get a first opinion, a second opinion, she got, maybe she might have been joking, but she might have got multiple opinions in regards to this choice and it being, whether that is the best choice. And it does seem like everybody's pushing for, the hysterectomy. So I completely, understand her even just feeling like where I don't want to give up hope. Us making this decision is really putting the seal on the coffin that there's really no coming back for this. I will not be able to have my or carry even my own child or whatever or whatnot. So that is just like just heart wrenching enough. Just the my heart just goes out to her in that situation. Um, but to get on a lighter note, goodness gracious, because you know what's her name? Brooke is, she's, trying to have a baby. Her and her husband have made the decision that they are going to try again. They've tried IVF before, and they're going to try, IVF again. So, Brandy's able to relate to that as, their baby, their son that they had was a IVF baby. And, but her thing was, is talking to her older kids about, um, have another baby and, going through the IVF process. And while she has older kids, they're in her, a boy and a girl who's in their 20s from a previous relationship. Um, they of course she wants to get their feelings because her daughter for one was not like apparently like okay with it. And and while she never really knew specifically why she was so against it, at the same time IVF, to talk about IVF can really take you through something mentally and emotionally. And especially the hormones can have your hormones being up and down. And just and just I'm sure just living with that and going through that process with her was probably like a trying time, even, for your children. So she, really wants to, take them aside and really have that conversation with them. And she wants, she wants their approval or whatever, whatnot, which I could totally get because I definitely wanted, Jada was definitely okay. She was excited. She was ready to have another sibling when Ashton came along. But by the time Journey came along, my girl was like not happy, and I was feeling some type of way because obviously I wanted her to be happy about having another sibling, and baby girl was not. But now she can't get enough of her germ burn or whatever as she nicknamed, or technically she nicknamed her germ, as she nicknamed her. So well, technically germ burn did she did kind of that's her little nickname for her too. Like that's her little baby. So when she it was, I think, and like they said, though, when she did finally meet up with them, and and even though it definitely, for a second I was like, I still don't think that the daughter is okay with this. It does not look like the daughter is still, but she was so like, no, like, we're not living in the house with you anymore. So, and maybe that, was, a factor into it. Even then, like they were older than what my child was, but she still had, feelings or whatever, whatnot about her, going through that process. So, they're open, they're excited, and, support her, her and her husband wanting to have, another baby, together, as they don't have any kids. They just have the kids, from their separate, their previous relationships. But, they want to make that, they really want to seal the deal by having, a child, together. So, she's, that's that. Let me see what else everybody got going on. Oh, Malaysia. So Malaysia is, remember she's brought in the kids, with her, as she's not really getting help, from their, her ex husband, and she really felt like the kids needed really like to have more structure, and just to be with her. And really she, not being with them and having them around really impacted, her and how she was, mentally as far as. So she bought them babies with, she got them babies to LA, and she has them babies in a two bedroom, but of course like three kids, one of you, and then she has her sister too. Like, no way this two-bedroom apartment is even going like to work. Like, so she's on her grind trying to find them a house so that they can all be comfortable in. Get school, get them registered into school. She seems more happy, and she's, you know, feel like now that obviously that she's really in a better place now that her kids are with her, and then as well, just like, okay, now that they are with me, though, because we're in this kind of restricted environment, I need a break. Like, I'm ready to break out, break loose. I haven't been out since COVID. Like, Blazer's ready to get it in. So she's, of course, full on ready for Duffy to have this party, and it's even open to the fact that obviously everybody is being invited. But she's off gate saying like, I really just want to have a good time. I don't want to ruin this girl's birthday. I just really want to have a good time. And she even meets up. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Nia and Noria, I just don't know about these girls. Like, it's something like that Nia, that post is, I don't know. I just don't, I don't know. I just don't know about these girls yet. They haven't really rubbed me right to the fact that I can say I like them, and I just have apprehensiveness, about these girls. So, at the same time, Nia is, thankful for that she has been invited, to Duffy's party in Vegas, for the weekend, and she is, while she talks about mainly like focus, obviously she wants to apologize to Angel. At the same time, she's talking about making amends with all the girls, but I really just don't feel like that's necessarily the case. So, like, automatically, she's like, "Oh, I want to break rules. I'm just not a break ruler. I just want to wear. What if I wear the like, just why? Like, don't just. I like to break rules too, but sometimes just go with the flow. Like, don't be all just trying to do stuff to stand out. Like, it's not your day. It's not your birthday. Now is not the time to do the breaking of the rules thing. Just relax and chill out. And like you said, be glad that you're invited to this party. So, like, I don't know. I just don't know about. Maybe it's just one of them more than the other one. But like I said, I'm just not. I don't know. I just don't know about these, two girls yet. And let's see. Angel and Duffy do make like like it wasn't like that they weren't okay. Like, I think really at the end of the day, definitely wanted to invite, you know I think Duffy definitely wanted to invite Angel, obviously, to her birthday, weekend in Vegas, and she obviously just needed to wanted to clear the air as far as that situation with Rock, old girly messy self. Like, so, which I get. In defense, like, right, like, when you're being attacked, sometimes your automatic defense is to basically go into attack mode too, and that's what basically Angel was saying. That basically where Rockstar was. So everybody's not at that place where they can, So I'm gonna give the man grace, and let him have that. Though, when she told him though that they were, she was thinking about going on the trip, and things like that, like, and even just bringing up Duffy's name, like, he has facial expressions, and though he's cool, he's not mad at her no more. Like, y'all already know what that boy does for my soul. And I just don't like the way that he talks to Angel. Like, okay, fine. Like, I definitely get his concern and whatever, whatnot. Her being 7 months pregnant, going to Vegas, partying, like that scene or whatever, I guess not. But it's like, yeah, like, you're carrying the prince. Are you crazy? Like, what is what is that? Like, who are you, who are you talking to, bruh? Like, oh. But Angel Man, she wouldn't defend him all day, all night. So I digress. Like Ashley, don't be like that. Don't be like that, Ashley. Don't be like that. Don't be like that, Ashley. Like let that live. Don't be like that. So, cause we all be like that by our men sometimes. Like whatever. I just don't like that dude, y'all. Just don't like that dude. But British. What's going on, British? I know she doing her like her vendor thing. You know, she got that going on. This would seem just like a check in with everybody and seeing what everybody was doing until like this party, like for Duffy, basically. Like this was an episode that was, I'm just like, all right. So what's gonna happen? So what's gonna happen? Let's just get to it. So it was like the calm. This episode was basically like the calm before the storm. Like let's just keep it real or whatever or whatnot. So she's you know doing big things like the whole hairline with the whole hair vending machine thing is really like a thing that's like popping off, and she's doing that, and then as well like she is putting this stuff with her ex to bed, and she is ready to move on and meet somebody new and put herself out there and start dating, and I'm here for it. Come on, British, do your thing. I'm here for it. So that's just about, I feel like, everything on everybody, y'all. That was pretty much my reaction to this episode this week. Um, which is basically, let's just get to it. Let's just get into next week. I really think pretty much I hit up on everything. It was one more thing, y'all. What y'all think about Duffy DJing for the very last time? Like, I'm not surprised. I very, very well think, yeah, she's definitely going to change her mind about it. Like, she is still young. I feel like there's so much more in this game she can do, with being a DJ. Like, I don't know. I don't think she should be done. I think that's something she should keep going doing. But I don't, that with her husband, that's gonna be a thing. No, that's gonna be the the big issue though. Yeah, no, I just at this point just be going off the dome. Be taking these notes no more. So of course I'll pin something below if I got any more comments or whatever. But of course, drop some comments. Let me know your reaction, your thoughts to this week's episode. And of course, if you made it this far and you're new, give me a like, catch some more videos, and see, if you want to stick around with your girl. All right. So till next week. Peace.